What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing a beginner arms and abs Pilates workout. If we've not met before, my name's Margaret, blah, blah, blah. We know the whole thing. I'm a Pilates instructor, and this is our June Beginners Pilates series. We're gonna go ahead and get started. As always, I'm gonna link the warm-up up in the cards if you want a little bit of a longer warm-up. Find a comfortable spot down on your mat. You can sit cross-legged, legs out in front of you, whatever works. We'll start by taking a nice deep inhale. You can roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, we'll drop the shoulders down and back. Good, keep moving like that. Inhale to bring the shoulders up. Exhale, we'll drop the shoulders down and back. We'll do two more like that. Inhale to bring the shoulders up. Exhale, we'll drop them down and back. This will be our last one. Inhale to bring the shoulders up. Exhale, we'll drop them down and back. From here, we'll bring the arms out into a T. I just want you to flip the palms up. We'll inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, drop them right back down. Two more like that. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Good, one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Keep those arms out in a T. Cross one arm over the other. Good. Two more each side. This would be two. Good, and two. Good, last one. And last one. Now from here, hands are gonna come down. I want you to swing the legs around. Find a seated position. Feet about hips distance apart. I want you to bring your hands behind you. We're gonna get into a tricep roll back. I believe we did this last month too, but that's okay. Inhale, we're gonna sit up nice and tall. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we'll start to roll back, drawing hips to ribs, belly button to spine. Start to roll back. Maybe you point those elbows back. Maybe you tap the forearms down. Good, we'll exhale to pull back up through center. Inhale at the top, exhale to roll it down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale to push it up. Good, keep moving like that. Maybe with each rep, you get a little bit further. Maybe you're able to tap the forearms down to the mat. That's awesome. You don't have to though. Always remember, a bigger movement's not necessarily better. It's not necessarily gonna give you more out of the exercise. There's a lot of power in small movements. If you're moving small and controlled, that means that you are tapped in enough to your body to really know what's going on. Good, we'll do two more like this. And last one. Then I want you to bring everything down. Come back onto the forearms, rock back a little bit. We're gonna bring the toes to the mat, and on your inhale, we'll start to lift the feet up so we find a tabletop position. On your exhale, we'll lower the knees away from the hips, tap the toes down. So exhale, bring it up. Inhale, tap it down. Now you don't have to touch the toes all the way down to the mat. If you start to feel like your body's pulling you forward, just lower as far as you can and then lift them back up. Good. We'll do three more like this. 3, 2, and last one. Good, we'll bring the feet down one by one. We'll actually lay everything down onto the mat. Head comes down, and I want you to lift the knees back up so they come into a tabletop position. Good way to know if you're there is if you extend out your arms, push your hands right into the tops of your legs. That is right where your knees should be. Good, hands are gonna come down by your sides. On your inhale, we'll start to open the right leg out towards the right side of the room, taking a knee fold. Exhale, we'll squeeze back in through center. Same thing on the left. We open that left knee out towards the left. Exhale, we squeeze it in. We'll keep moving like that. This one gets a little bit tricky because our hips wanna move around. Don't let the hips move, right? It's all up to you. Stay evenly weighted into both of your hips, evenly weighted into that tailbone, into your low back. Two more each side. 2 and 2. Good, last one. And last one. Good, everything's gonna come down. Both feet come down. Take a breath. We're gonna take a quick little set of oblique crunches and then we'll get into a little bit more upper body stuff. So I want you to bring your feet out about hips distance apart. We'll take the left hand, bring it behind the head. Right arm's gonna come up over your shoulder. We'll exhale to crunch and reach, reaching the right hand towards the outside of the left leg. We'll inhale to lower everything down. Now, if hand behind the head doesn't work, extend that left arm out nice and long beside you and use that left arm as a little bit of traction as you crunch up and reach. Now let's check in with the rest of our body. I want you to be evenly weighted through both of the hips and through the feet. So if you start to feel like you're crunching up, but you're lifting off the mat, you're rolling all around, we've taken things a little bit too far. Good, we're gonna do 2 more here. And then we'll just move right over to the other side. Good, right hand behind the head, or it can come all the way out beside you. Left arm comes up over the shoulder. We'll exhale, crunch and reach. Reaching the hands to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, we'll lower it back down. Focus on trying to keep that right shoulder down on the mat. We lift the left shoulder to find that length. And then check in with your hips, with your feet. Everything should be heavy down on the mat. Good. 2 more. And last one. Good, we'll bring everything down. Hands are gonna come together through center. We'll take a crunch through the center of the legs. Exhale, we'll crunch and reach, diving the hands through the center of the legs. Inhale, we'll lower it back down. Now you don't have to get super high here, but you may be able to get a little bit higher than you were in that oblique crunch, and that's awesome. As you crunch up, think about tucking your chin to your chest, pointing your gaze down towards your belly button or even right to the tops of your legs. We want to focus on using the upper abs to give us the strength to crunch up. And we'll just do 3 more like this. This will be 3. This will be 2. And last one. Good. Okay, everything's gonna come down. I want you to actually extend the legs out in front of you. We'll reach the arms up overhead. Take a big exhale, roll up, come up through seated, take a big forward fold, reach down for the toes. Good. From here, we're gonna swing the legs around so we come into a low kneeling position. You can sit your hips back to your heels. We're gonna do a little bit of weightless upper body, and I'll warn ya, weightless upper body creeps up on you quick, so don't discount this. It's still gonna be kind of challenging. Arms are gonna come out into a goal post position. On your exhale, we'll start to extend at the elbows, push the fingertips up. Inhale, we'll bend at the elbows, pull it right back down. Good. Now we want to check in with the rest of our body. Crown of the head is lifted, reaching up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are staying stacked right on top of the hips. Good. Every time you exhale to push the fingertips up, think about drawing the belly button in and knitting the rib cage together. So we find really strong engagement into our core, into our powerhouse. 3 more. 3, 2, and last one. Good, stop those arms in shoulder height. Exhale, we're gonna squeeze the arms in. Inhale, we open it up. As we move here, the hardest part about this is keeping your elbows up at shoulder height. That's where we'll start to feel the shoulders burning out. That's okay, that's what I want from you. As we squeeze those arms together, think about squeezing through the chest, the front of the shoulders, and the biceps. As we open up, it's a gentle squeeze at the back of the shoulders, like you're trying to hold on to a $100 bill in between your shoulder blades. 4 more here. This will be 4, 3, 2. Last one. We'll open those arms out nice and wide. We'll exhale to extend. No, inhale, it's gonna be extend. Exhale, we bend. It doesn't really matter. Just breathe. Breathe however it makes the most sense to you. Yeah, inhale to extend makes the most sense. A lot of the times we think inhale to find length. So anytime you're doing extension, you inhale. I always think, well, I guess not always, but like in a bicep curl, you're gonna flex to exhale. Good. Good, we'll just do 4 more here. This will be 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good, arms are gonna drop down, take a little roll of the shoulders. Good, and we're gonna come down to find a tabletop position. Hands come down on the mat, knees are back. We'll get the wrists right underneath the shoulders, hips right underneath the knees. We'll take a couple of cat-cows just to release the spine, inhaling to dip the belly down, opening up at the chest, drawing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, we push down into the palms of the hands, curve the spine up. 2 more like that. Inhale to dip it down. Exhale to bring it up. Last one. Good. From here, I want you to push your hips a little bit back over your heels so that your shoulders are slightly behind your wrists. On your inhale, we'll start to bend at the elbows, like you're gonna tap your forearms down to the mat. We'll exhale to push into the palms of the hands to press away. Now, if you're able to tap your forearms all the way down, that's awesome. That's gonna get you a little bit deeper into the triceps. We're going to progress into a push-up here, just a knee push-up. And I know we did this last month, or at least I'm pretty sure we did, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. Good, we'll do 2 more. And last one. Good, then I want you to walk your knees back about 1 inch or so, maybe 2. Press the hips forward, so knees behind the hips. We've got that strong modified plank position. I want you to flip your fingertips in, just slightly in. On your inhale, we'll start to bend at the elbows to lower the chest down towards the mat. Exhale, we'll push away. Now here, I want you to get as low as you can. Maybe you drop your chest all the way down to the mat, hover the hands, and then we'll push back up. From there, if you struggle with push-ups, you're gonna come all the way down. Tap that chest down, release the hands, and then push it right back up. If you're okay with push-ups, just keep going from here, get as low as you can. If you need to change the positioning of the hands, you're welcome to do that. I find fingertips in and elbows splaying out works pretty well, but if you want to turn the fingertips forward and maybe bring the elbows in towards the rib cage, you can do that too. Whatever works. We'll just do 3 more here. 3. This will be 2. And last one. Whew, good. From here, we're gonna lower everything down to the mat. Take a breath. Legs go back behind you, and we'll bring the hands right underneath the shoulders, elbows tucked back towards the ribs. On your inhale, we'll push into the palms of the hands, lifting the chest off of the mat. Exhale, we'll lower everything back down. Ooh, my triceps are feeling it already. So this is gonna help us to get a little bit into the back. I consider the back to be a part of our core, but also relevant when it comes to upper body workouts. Good, we'll just do 2 more here. This will be 2. And last one. Good, we'll bring everything down. We're gonna pump that up 1 notch, starting to hover the hands away from the mat. We'll take an exhale to lift the chest, hover the hands, point that gaze just slightly forward, but still down. Exhale, we'll lower down. Take some deep breaths, 4 more. I lost count, but I think this is our last one. Good. With that last one, hands come underneath the shoulders. We're gonna press up through to a tabletop and then all the way back into a child's pose, pressing hips to heels, reaching the arms long in front of you. Take some deep breaths. Good. And we'll take 1 more little push here in terms of core. I want you to come into a modified plank position. We'll start modified, and if you want to pop up onto the toes, you're welcome to do that. Find that plank, pushing the hips down a little bit towards the mat, thinking about pressing up and away from your mat. So if you tend to hyperextend at the elbows, maybe put a little soft bend into the elbows. We're gonna hold here, taking some nice deep breaths. If you want to tuck the toes under, you're welcome to do that. Find that high plank, however you feel comfortable. Now on your exhale, I want you to scoop out through the low belly, pressing the hips towards the heels. We'll inhale to pull it forward. Just like we're about to press into a child's pose and we change our mind, we're like, nah, I don't want to stretch, never mind. But we want to focus on initiating this movement from the low belly. Drawing belly button to spine, tucking hips to ribs. Good, we'll do 2 more like that. Last one. Good, and then we'll come back into our plank. Take a deep breath here. If you're up on the toes, awesome, go ahead and be up on those toes. We are going to take a leg pull front. What a weird name. So I'll show you from both ways, down on the knees and up on the toes. On your exhale, we're gonna point that right foot back. We'll lift and we'll lower the right leg for a count of 6. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Same thing up on the toes, but now we'll flex the foot up on the toes, lift and lower for 6. Once you get to 6, okay, we'll head over to the other side. Should be about 6, probably right now. We'll shoot that left leg back. If you're on the knees, you point the toes, we lift, we lower, we lift, we lower. Up on the toe, I think if you're up on the knees, you're gonna point your toes. I think that's what I said. If you're up on the toes, you're gonna flex your foot for 6. Good, once you've done those 6, you can drop the knees down and then press the hips back, take a child's pose. Meet me back in that child's pose, of course, when you're ready. Take some big deep breaths. Good. And now from here, I want you to take both of your hands, walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat. Good, finding some length in the left side, reaching hips back to heels. Good, we'll inhale to walk the hands back through center. And then walk them over towards the left, finding length in the right side of the body, reaching hips to heels. Ooh, big deep breath. Good. Good, we'll walk the hands back. Start to walk your hands in so you come up through to a seated position. And that's where we are going to wrap up today. Hope you enjoyed this workout and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. Remember, you're awesome. You can do anything you put your mind to. See you tomorrow.
I just can't resist you. You got me drunk in love, I can't sleep. I need to